So real quick, so you can get a kind of different idea of what his divine talents are. So these are the major game-changing ones. You have Arcing Sparks, which is heavy attacks and Thunderstruck will shock enemies within 10 meters, dealing 2 damage. So the shock, the shock that's being described here is the same shock as the chain lightning on the projectile. So this gives you different ways of triggering shock. And that's important for a few other talents. So not only can you do some more AoE damage, but you can pick up the talents that'll make it so that the shock damage is higher. You can also get Lightning Storm. Heaven's Rage, which is the ultimate, grants a buff that causes the next thrown Bolt of Olympus or Thunderstruck to have no cooldown. Bolt of Olympus is the projectile. Thunderstruck is the triple shock in the line. So after your ultimate, you get a free use of that with no cooldown penalty. And then the final one, Supercharge, hitting the same target with both dashes of Surge, which is the movement ability, deals more damage and more knockback. So if you double hit someone with this, it becomes pretty quickly lethal. You can kill people with this pretty easily, or KO people with this pretty easily. As far as minor traits go, the ones I have equipped right now, and these are, I believe, the default set. Bolts thrown by Bolt of Olympus and Heaven's Rage deal 2 additional damage. So you get a lot more damage for throwing different projectiles out. Ungrounded, hitting an enemy who's in the air deals additional knockback. Numbers here might be, I think there's a nerf to this coming in that you guys don't see yet. But this is one of those types of effects where hitting an enemy who's in the air, you deal more knockback to, so you want to catch people in the air. And then Generator, damaging an enemy with an ability grants additional ultimate charge. Some of the ones that I don't have equipped right now, we got Electrifying, Shocks deal an additional 2 damage. That's what I was talking about with the different shock effects. Quick Charge, Bolt of Olympus charge is reduced by 33%, so you actually charge the max, when it turns into a spear, you charge that faster. Alternating Current, Surge is reduced by 3 damage on the first dash, but increased by 7 damage on the second dash. So again, this is the one where if you know you're not using your first dash to really damage people, you're using it to get in range or reposition, but you know you use your second one offensively, you can get extra damage for that reason. And then Bruised Ego, light and heavy attacks against targets who have lower vulnerability deal an additional 2 damage. So if they're healthier than you, that makes Zeus upset, and so he's going to do some more damage.
I feel that.
And as far as blessings go, if I can, we have Zeus's Bolt. Non-ultimate abilities deal an additional 1 damage. The bonus is increased to 4 when your ultimate is ready. Maximum 3 or 12 damage per ability. So this has a damage cap on it. But essentially, you just get extra damage. And if your ultimate is ready and you choose not to use it, you get a way bigger damage buff. And then the lesser blessing, Flash of Lightning. Dodge deals 4 damage to targets you pass through. So you actually get offensive purpose for your dodge. So if you are a type of player who wants to use dodge more offensively, you actually can dodge to someone and deal some damage to them. So lots of unique things that Zeus is bringing to the game that other characters can also use too, which is really cool.
I like being able to hurt people with.
And then real quick, because I think there's one more.
Server, playtest server is live, so check out the PTS.
Yep. So the other one is Unflinching. Hits against you are reduced by 15% while aiming an ability. So for characters, because he has 2 different aiming abilities that he has with his 1 and his 2, while you're in those aiming states, you have reduced knockback. So if you get interrupted by like a hold heavy at that point, you're not going to be knocked away nearly as much. So it's a little bit of extra protection against that type of effect. So cool, that's all of his talents as well. So some interesting effects that he's bringing for every god to use, as well as he has a few different ways to flex his build out to do different things that he wants to do.
That is fantastic. A little bit different each game depending on how you put your blessings and talents together.
Yep.
Love that. But I am seeing, oh wow, yes, it is non-stop in the chat right now. We want to see the skin. We want to see the gold skin.
We probably...
We don't need caution.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him in his gold skin.
I love his gold skin. It looks like he also got he went to the salon. They took a few years back, added some got rid of the grays, some cover up. He looks great.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, I love all the golden skins. They all feel really, really good.
Yes.